This is Murder on the Skype Call, written by Felix Enslin and directed by Jenny Hay. It carries a content warning for reference to murder and alcohol consumption.
Ah, Dick, good to see you, old man. I thought it was only going to be me and Jerry for a bit there.
Afternoon, Tom. Afternoon, Jerry. What's up with Jerry? Not moving much?
No, I think his call is frozen or something. Not to worry, sure he'll sort it out.
Shouldn't we still be able to hear him, though?
Probably muted.
Oh, right. Let's try get him to unmute then. Hey, Jerry! Jerry! You're muted, man!
Yoo-hoo! Jerry!
Jerry! Jerry! Jerry! Jerry! Well, now I've said Jerry too many times, it's starting to sound funny. Jerry! Jerry! Jerry.
Okay, that's probably enough of that. I'm sure the call will sort itself out.
The wonders of modern technology, I suppose.
Exactly. Speaking of which, would you mind awfully putting on a shirt?
Oh, yes. Always forget with these video calls. I'll be right back.
Jerry? Jerry? Can you hear me? Are you there, Jerry? Oh, I'm sure he's fine.
Right, I'm back. Is that better, Tom?
Spiffing, my man. Loving the beige and pink colour combination.
Hey up, guys. How's it going?
Harry, are we good, cheers? And yourself?
Fine. I say, something the matter with Jerry?
His call's frozen.
You sure that's it? He looks a bit worse for wear.
How do you mean?
Well, and I might be being silly here, overthinking it a bit and whatnot, but I think he might be in trouble. There's something a bit off about him.
Looks all right to me.
No, there's definitely something odd. Perhaps it's all the blood?
Yes, I thought that was odd too, now you mention it.
Blood?
Yeah, all the blood. The red stuff on his shirt.
Oh, that. I thought it was jam. Always was a messy eater, was Jerry.
Yeah, that must explain it. Been having a jam sandwich. Oh, lucky bugger.
No, jam doesn't, soak like that. Anyway, there's way too much of it for jam.
Quite right, blood. Said so from the first.
I still say jam. Probably just a big sandwich. Always a big eater was Jerry.
Very true. Oh, and look, I can see the knife he was cutting his sandwich with.
Exactly. That proves it. The knife is a clincher.
Would that be the knife plunged savagely into his heart?
Always said it was blood.
Either way, you guys are making me hungry with your jam chat. I'm going to go make myself a sandwich.
See you in a minute, Dick.
Yep, be right back.
Always a sucker for a sandwich. I can't blame him, though. Must say I'm a little jealous. Anyway, how you been, Harry?
What? Oh, I'm fine. But look, Tom, you're missing something.
Yeah, I know. Jam.
What?
They haven't got any. Can't make a jam sandwich without jam.
Never mind about sandwiches. I'm not talking about sandwiches.
Good job, too. Nothing worse than talking about sandwiches when a chap can't get one. Just this morning, my twin took the last of the jam and I...
Stop talking about jam.
No, look, he took all the jam and I...
No, you look. I think Jerry might be dead.
Dead?
Dead.
What on earth makes you say that?
Well, for a start, the knife in his chest and all the blood.
I thought it was jam.
No, definitely blood.
Either way, I think that...
There's also the eyes rolled back into his head, the slumping in the chair. Shall I go on?
Oh, well, now that you mention it, the slumping is a bit odd. Normally has quite the lovely posture, just Jerry. My gran used to say posture was more important than...
Never mind about posture. I think we need to call the police.
You think he's been murdered?
It would look a distinct possibility.
You don't want the police then. I've played Cluedo. What you want is a detective.
Tom, this is not a game.
But even in the books, they always have a detective, and not to mention the films. Oh, I say. Oh, do you think they'll let me help solve the murder?
Don't be ridiculous. The police will deal with all that.
Oh, why get them involved? Much more romantic with a detective.
What's romance got to do with it? Jerry's dead.
Exactly. Very romantic. Oh, have you seen any Shakespeare?
Well, yes, but this is real life. Anyway, no detectives in Shakespeare.
Really? Damn shame if you ask me. No police either, though.
Well, they're soldiers and stuff.
That's different. very romantic as soldiers.
What? Why?
I think it's something to do with violence or sex. Definitely one of them.
Sounds romantic.
Good! So we are agreed. Detective it is.
No. How would we even get a detective?
Oh, I think they just sort of turn up, don't you know?
Turn up?
Yeah, just appear kind of thing when there's a case to be solved. Normally a very dramatic entry too. There has been a murder, sort of thing.
Well, that's lovely, but I don't see one doing that now, so I'm going to call the police.
Hello. What have we here, then?
Who the heck are you?
I am a detective, and I hear there's been a murder.
What did I tell you?
Shut up, Tom. How do you know that? We've only just figured it out.
A detective is always one step ahead. I knew there'd been a murder already.
Well then, how did you get on this Skype call? It's private.
Advanced police technology?
How do we even know you're a detective when it comes to that?
Ah, that's easy. Look at my hat.
Your at?
My hat. And the pipe. Oh, don't forget the pipe. That's more proof than anyone could ask.
You know we can't see you, right?
Damn! I swear I set this camera thingy up properly. Oh, let's see. The cord goes this way, around the geranium, behind the delphinium, and then, Is that better?
Not really.
Why? What's wrong?
Oh, my dear chap, you sound like a hamster on helium.
Technology makes me want to scream. What about now?
Still can't see you.
Oh, look, we needed a detective. Now one's turned up even if we can't see him. Where's the problem?
Exactly. The voice of reason.
Reason? Tom?
Quite so. Seems a sound fellow, this, what did you call him?
Tom.
Tom. Exactly. Quite so.
When you finished congratulating yourself, what on earth happened to your accent? I thought you were French.
Damn it.
Why are you pretending to be French?
I am not pretending. I am French.
Oh, jolly good. Do love the frogs. I've got a family house near Picardy. D'où venez-vous en France?
Oui? Non? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Oh, I say, old fruit. I'm very flattered. Straight to the point. I like it.
He doesn't know what it means, Tom.
Okay, fine. I don't speak French. I'm not French. There's no need to make a fuss about it.
But why were you pretending to be French then?
Well, wanted to act the part.
What do you mean, act the part?
You see, I'm not technically a detective. I've got the skills, mind. Oh, don't you doubt it. But technically, I'm only an assistant. It's just, the boss was out, and I thought it couldn't hurt to take just one case.
Right. So what you're saying is that you're not at all qualified?
Oh, steady on. You're forgetting the at.
What's an at? Oh, I mean hat. Got to do with anything?
Must be a detective if he has an at.
Don't forget the pipe.
Hear that? He's got a pipe too.
But he's just pretending.
Not always a problem. I knew a guy once who pretended he was a sheep for a week. Only problem was, on the farm he did it, there was his pharmacy, and as it happened, this particular farmer, well, basically, he had a thing for...
Is this really relevant, Tom?
To what?
You know, the whole murder detective thing?
Oh, no, not really.
Right, good.
Although, to be completely fair to the farmer, Pinker made an absolutely corking sheep.
Look, can we get back to the point? There has been a murder. A murder!
A murder? What?
Oh, hey Dick, yeah, someone murdered Jerry, apparently.
Probably wanted his sandwich.
Aha! A sandwich. We have a motive.
There was no sandwich.
Who's he then?
That's Harry.
No, the other one.
Oh, him, some French detective.
He's not French or a detective.
Ah, but then how do you explain the at?
At?
He means hat.
Oh, well, if he has a hat.
And a pipe.
No question in that case. Detective. Bound to be.
Excellent. Now, about this sandwich.
There was no sandwich.
How would you know? Were you there?
What? No.
Seem to know a lot about it, though.
Look, there may or may not have been a sandwich, but there is no evidence that there was a sandwich.
No evidence of sandwich. sorry, how do you actually spell sandwich? Oh, for the notes, you know.
Oh, S-A-N-D-E-R. No, wait.
No, that's right. S-A-N-D... Hold on.
Tricky one.
Hmm.
Do you think it's got a silent P?
What? Per sandwich?
Yeah, like the Greek guy, you know. Oh, what's his name?
Socrates?
That's it, per Socrates.
So what, we're saying P-S-A-N-D...
This is not important. Why would you even need to know? You're not even a detective.
Well, if you're going to be like that...
We didn't ask you to be here. I suggest you leave this call. I'm going to phone the police.
Oh, well, hold on a second. Let's at least give Tector Boy here a chance.
Why? He seems completely incompetent.
Steady on.
Now look, Harry, that's really rather rude.
Maybe, but we have bigger problems right now.
Well, I think you ought to at least apologise to Detective here.
I'm not going to apologise.
Look, if it helps, I have actually just solved the case.
No one asked for your input.
Come on, Harry, just apologise.
I am not apologising to this random dude who, quite frankly, is completely useless.
I solved the murder.
Oh, there you go again, Harry. You can't just go insulting our guest.
He is not our guest. We don't even know how he got here.
Does anyone care that I solved the case?
Will you stop interrupting? In fact, why are you still here? I thought I told you to. What did you just say?
I've been trying to tell you. I've solved it. Quite elementary when you have the detective senses.
Topping! I told you we needed a detective.
That was jolly quick.
It is an open and shut case. The murderer was... Oh, damn, I thought I wrote it down. Oh, what's the new guy's name?
Dick?
Me.
Indeed. You may have thought yourself too clever to be caught, but I spotted a subtle clue. One that only a trained detective could spot.
I told you we needed a detective. Oh, pretty good, isn't he?
Quite so. I observed thusly. He is, quite literally, if you'll pardon the pun, red-handed.
Guilty! Ah, good show.
No, that's just jam. Sorry.
Oh, you sure?
Positive. Got a jam per sandwich. Look.
Well done, Dick. Never doubted you.
Aha! But I put it to you that is the sandwich you stole from... Damn it, what's his name?
He never had a sandwich.
Per sandwich.
No, Dick. Sandwich. He never had a sandwich.
Well, that's just not true. I remember one time in Istanbul, he and I were lunching with Pinker. When Pinker bet him he couldn't eat his weight in sandwiches. Well, he gave it a damn good try. Only problem was, we had to sell his trousers to buy enough sandwiches. And on the way back, there was this policeman, see, and he...
No, Tom. I mean, he hasn't just had a sandwich.
Well, no. According to the Grand Inspector here, Dick pinched it from Jerry.
He didn't steal the sandwich. You literally just watched him go to make his sandwich.
Wait, so am I guilty or not then?
No.
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Yes.
I mean, yes.
Well, thank goodness for that. Doesn't do a chap any good to suddenly learn he's a murderer.
Oh, I quite understand, old boy. It must be quite a hit on the nerves. I remember one time in Finland, there I was, minding my own business in the middle of a frozen lake when, fazam! The ice cracked. No warning.
Oh, I say. Were you all right?
Well, actually, as luck would have it, I was in a boat at the time.
What were you doing on a boat? On a frozen lake?
Seems a good precaution, if you ask me.
Precisely. Plus, Pinker and I were trying to row to Moscow.
Moscow?
Yes. Now I think about it, I might have had a snifter or two before setting off. I tell you, though, needed it after the shock of that ice breaking.
Oh, I say. A spot of brandy would do a wonder for my nerves right now.
Topping idea, me ancient bean. Does miracles.
I'll be right back, chaps.
No! Oh, wait, no one may leave the scene of the crime!
Too late, I'm afraid, my dear Tiver. He appears to have left.
Damn, I was supposed to say that at the start.
I wouldn't chuck your chickens over it. You can tell him when he gets back.
But there's an order. A way things are supposed to be done.
No point in puffing your peak on it. We can have a nice chat while we wait for Dickie. What are you doing tonight, Detector?
Tonight? What?
What say you and I go someplace nice? I know a lovely little Italian bar.
You can't just go asking some random person out when we're trying to solve a heinous crime. You can't even see them.
Just because there's been a crime doesn't stop the old urges, you know. The rumpy-pumpy must go on.
There's a time and a place, Tom.
And what about the rabbits?
Rabbits?
Well, they're always getting eaten by foxes and whatnot. Certainly it doesn't stop them.
That hardly seems relevant. This so-called detective here could be literally anyone.
If I could just...
How dare you, Harry? Oh, you think I don't know my own heart? That's the love of my life you're insulting.
Oh, well...
This is futile. Tom, you're a loony.
Oh, don't listen to him, darling. He doesn't know anything. So about tonight.
If I might get a word in edgeways, I am not going on a date with anyone. I am going to solve the murder here.
Or we could just phone the police.
No. I'm taking control. I know what I'm doing.
Good show, Chief. What's next on the programme, then?
Oh, give me a sec. I wrote it here somewhere. Got it. I shall now inspect the body.
What body?
Well, the victim, of course.
Well, it's gone.
What? That's impossible.
Probably pulled the dick.
What?
Gone for a brandy.
He's dead.
All the more reason for a brandy, I'd say.
He can't just have wandered off. Someone must have removed him while we weren't paying attention.
The plot thickens. Oh, how exciting! My first case and a real mystery.
But who would want to steal a dead body we've already seen?
I don't know yet, but one thing is for sure. We're dealing with a sophisticated criminal mastermind.
Or he just fell off his chair.
Well, I mean, it is possible.
I hate to agree with Tom, but I think he's right. Look, you can just about see the top of his head.
Are you quite sure it's not a conspiracy?
Afraid so. Definitely fallen off his chair.
Probably drank too much brandy.
He didn't have any brandy.
Why not? Excellent drink goes very well with sandwiches.
I give up. Anyway, not much chance of inspecting the body now. Not that you were going to be able to do much over Skype anyway.
Jolly tough luck for you, detective. Better move on. What's next on the to-do list?
Well, normally by this point there's some sort of clue that points me towards a suspect.
Oh, sounds exciting. Do we have one?
No.
Although,
don't suppose you know what type of bread this Jerry chap would use for his sandwiches?
they haven't a clue, Lord Mayor. Normal bread?
Pity. You know, Cockney rhyming slang. Brown bread did.
Oh, ingenious! Oh, the detective mind at work.
Even if that were true, how would it help us in literally any way?
I'll trust you to take the pessimistic approach. Oh, it's probably a cryptic clue.
This isn't a crossword.
Oh, lucky. I was always a stinker at crosswords.
At the risk of beating my head on a brick wall, I should also point out that there was no sandwich.
Yes, there was. I made it. Hello, chaps. I'm back. Brandy acquired. What did I miss?
Jerry got drunk and fell off his chair.
Really? Thought he was dead.
He is!
Blimey, he's drunk a lot more than me then. I better have another.
No! You can't stop drinking whilst we're investigating a murder.
Whoopsie. A bit late now. Hold on, I'll pour you a glass.
We're on Skype.
Oh, never mind, I drink it. Here's to something or other.
Come on, Dick, stop it.
Gonna have to. Bottle's empty.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Oh, never mind about him. What's the plan, Tekadu?
How should I know? This is all going wrong.
Yeah, well, best laid plans and whatnot. If nothing's happening, I'm off to see a man about a horse.
What does that mean?
Obvious. He's going for a pee.
What? Oh no, he can't leave.
Too late. Already gone.
Why won't anyone listen? It's not that hard. Just stay in the room. Okay, fine. I'll stay in the Skype call.
If you ask me, someone could do with a brandy. Calms you down though, man.
No one is drinking anymore.
No one is. Don't worry about it.
This was supposed to be my big break. I was going to show the boss that I could solve murders too.
Okay, well...
All he ever lets me solve are robberies. Do you know how degrading that is? I trained for 4 years, you know.
Oh, really?
I mean, the police can solve burglaries. I didn't become a detective to look for wedding rings.
Uh-huh.
And now I get my chance. A real murder. And it has to be like this, doesn't it? Just my luck.
There?
Well, this is a rum do.
You're not exactly much help.
Excuse me, but I have been drinking.
I am aware.
So I am the real victim here.
In what world? Jerry is dead. The detective, if that's what he is beside himself. You are not the victim.
All right, fine. Don't take my problems seriously.
Don't worry, I wasn't.
What ho, comrades, I'm back. Oh, hello. What's happened to the Archbishop here?
He's having a breakdown. A breakdown. Breakdown.
Oh, he should have a brandy. Calm the nerves.
No!
Just a suggestion, old boy.
Look, this has gone far enough. I think we should probably just call the police.
No! I can do this. I can solve this.
That's the spirit.
Good show.
There are only 3 of you. Can't be that hard to work out which one did it.
Well, I mean, theoretically, it could have been literally anyone.
But one of you here must have been the murderer.
Why?
Well, that's just the way it is with these things. There's no one else here, so one of you must have done it.
This is Skype.
You know, I realised just as I was saying it.
I don't get it.
It's very simple. We're all miles apart. None of us could have committed the murder.
I'm not.
What?
I'm not miles away. I'm in the next door room.
What?
Well, he is my twin.
What?
My twin brother. Oh, why do you think our parents called us Tom and Jerry?
Well, then surely you know how he died.
Oh, well, I imagine it's because I stabbed him.
What?
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 But why? Why would you kill your own twin?
Well, as I said earlier, he took the last of the jam for his sandwich, so I stabbed him with his own sandwich knife. I really can't stand it when I feel like a sandwich and there's no jam.
Hooray! Case solved. Roll credits. Where's the brandy?
No. Oh, that can't be it.
But why?
There's always a twist in the plot. A conspiracy just when you think the case is solved.
He literally just admitted to the murder.
Aha! That's probably the plot twist then.
You mean there's more of this nonsense?
Oh, indeed. The murderer is never the obvious suspect in these cases. Trust me.
Except this is real life, so it probably is.
Oh, no! And I can prove it. Allow me to explain.
Oh, here we go again. Make it quick.
Come on. I've got to have a bit of a speech. I've solved the murder.
Heard that one before.
No, I really have this time. Promise.
Well, hurry up then, your emperorship. I'm on tenterhooks here.
Well, the answer now lies clear to me. The one who killed Jerry is, in fact, Dick. He expertly covered his blood-stained hands with jam to disguise his deed. But every killer has a fatal flaw. His was the brandy. Drinking made him let down his guard, and I was able to see the guilt in his eyes.
What's he on about?
But he was not to blame. Only one person here is experienced enough in madcap adventures to run such a devious scheme. Tom!
Oh, I say.
Playing the fool wasn't enough to fool me. I saw how you constantly tried to obfuscate the conversation, even pretending to be the murderer to derail my suspicions.
Crikey, oh, I must be awfully clever.
Yes, but there is only one person here calculating enough to come up with such a devilish notion. Harry, the only one who seemed focused on solving the crime. A perfect disguise. He thought he was above suspicion, but not for a brain such as mine.
You're a nutter.
I thought it was quite convincing.
Rubbish! Even I can see it's codswallop, and I'm drunk.
What's wrong with it?
None of it is true.
How do you know?
Well, for a start, Tom admitted to murdering him.
It's true, I did.
A false confession.
No, old chap, I did kill him. Oh, don't you remember? You were there after all.
What?
Now there's the plot twist.
Ah, sorry. Wasn't supposed to mention that, was I?
You fool, Tom. Now I'm scuppered.
Hold on. You're telling me you were there at the murder?
No?
Yes, you were, Pinker. Oh, your memory is awful.
Pinker?
Whoops here. I shouldn't have said that either.
Right. You? Pinker? I knew you weren't a detective all along. Looks like you've got some explaining to do.
Fine. You've cornered me. I shall admit all. I, Pinker, was the murderer all along.
Well, I stabbed him.
Yes, but on my urging.
I'm still the murderer, though.
But I am the mastermind.
Oh, typical. I do all the hard work and you take the credit.
We can talk about this later. Can I just do my dramatic reveal now, please?
I thought we already had one.
No, dear boy. That one was fake.
How Confucian.
Oh, it's perfectly simple. I confessed to murdering Jerry, which is true, but then the detective tried to obfuscate things by saying I didn't do it, thereby hoping I would not implicate him in the crime. However, in doing so, he ended up accusing everyone else, thereby undermining himself. Now, it has transpired that the detective is actually my friend Pinker, and that he was involved in the murder in some way. He's just about to explain how. Make sense?
No,
Well, perhaps I can explain.
I rather doubt it.
I must at least get a chance to confess properly.
All right, go on then.
Oh, this plot line is ridiculous.
Oh, it is rather. It reminds me of this one time in Nevada. Pinker and I were trying to find this lost jungle pyramid when we found this crossroads, see?
There's jungle in Nevada.
Well, no, as it turned out. We were trying to go to South America, but Pinker's globe was upside down when we planned the trip. But point is, there was this crossroads, except over the pond they call them four-way stops, so Pinker...
Look, Tom, happy memories and all. But does no one want to hear my soliloquy?
Oh, just a minute, old friend. So anyway, Pinker stops the mule cart.
Wouldn't call it sequelally, anyway.
Oh, look, Dick, would you mind awfully not interrupting? I'm sort of trying to spin a yarn here.
Speaking of interrupting, I'd quite like to continue my dramatic confession.
Oh, but I haven't got to the bit with the penguins.
Everyone quiet. Tom, Dick, with all due respect, shut up. Now you, detective, Pinker, whatever you want to be called, finish your confession. The sooner we're done with this nonsense, the sooner I can go have a breakdown.
Thank you. Finally someone taking my confession seriously. Right, so, as I was saying, I was the true mastermind the whole time. I manipulated you all from behind the scenes. Why did you fools think you couldn't see me? My Skype isn't broken. I was never on the call at all. I am in the very same room as Jerry, and have been the whole time. You all thought I was naive, but all this time I have been pulling the wool over your eyes. I even told you I wasn't a detective. None of you seemed to care.
Actually, I cared quite a bit.
That may be true, but still, you did nothing. Tom, fool that he is, even helped me for the measly price of a jar of jam. And now, for the ultimate betrayal, I shall murder you all.
But Pinker, what about the honeymoon?
No, Tom, there shall be no honeymoon. I alone shall travel to Vietnam in a pedal car. You shall not accompany me.
Oh, well, in that case, I switch sides. Oh, you betrayed me, Pinker. You shall live to regret it.
Oh, but you shall not, because it is too late to change sides now, and no one shall leave this place alive.
I foresee a small flaw in that plan.
Yeah, even I spotted that one.
Shall we tell him?
We probably should.
Poor chap, it was such a good plan.
Never mind. 3, 2, 1.
This is Sky!
Bugger!
That was Murder on the Skype Call, written by Felix Enslin and directed by Jenny Hay. It starred Charlotte Horner as Tom, Emily Rose James as the detective, Alex Lindsay as Harry, and Cameron White as Dick.
Anyone else feel like a sandwich?